Greetings and welcome to Board Me Up, where I hunt out the latest in board game releases so you don't have to. And today's a little bit of a slow day, and the next couple days probably will be too as far as new releases as we are hitting the weekend. But there are some ending projects coming up, so we will be looking at those as there's a lot of hot stuff there. Alright, so let's get started with today's release, which is this one, 29 days to go. It's Corporate Coffin. Sorry if I got a bit loud there. Corporate Coffin expansion packs and second printing of the game. I was looking for this on Board Game Geek to see the rating of it, and it looks like people haven't even received it yet. It was scheduled for 2020. So I'm not sure if it's out or not. I haven't gotten into detail on that. Just glimpsing over this real quick and noticed a misspelling of situation here. Situation. I don't know if that was a... Okay, maybe it is a joke. I was thinking that's a joke at first, and I was thinking it's a misspelling, but okay. It might be an actual thing. Now, okay, it is an actual thing, as they misspelled it here. It looks pretty intentional. Here's the... new campaign is live. Yeah, so this is the initial one. They did fund like less than $5,000, but their goal was $4,000. So congrats on that. But yeah, not seeing the rating of the game or anything. So that's that. If you're interested, check it out. Corporate Coffin. Looks like it could be fun, but looks also somewhat generic. But there's a bathroom there, it looks like, so it could be interesting. I don't know. No, there's not much information out there, so I'll be closing this one out. But next, we have what's ending today. So that's it for what's coming out as far as being somewhat interesting. Today, we have a Wandering Village ending in 33 minutes, which is I believe, computer game, if not for phones, for mobile. I think it's a... computer game, but it looks really cool. I had a community member compare it to Frostpunk. Frostpunk as far as the video game. So anyway, if you're interested in something like this or video games and stuff like that, check it out, as that's not the initial focus of the channel, but it looks really cool. Okay, next, and I would like to see it in board game version. Kokopelli is ending in 62 minutes. It's a game for 2 to 4 players, 8 and up, so it's not too difficult. And the game lasts for quite a while, 60 minutes, so probably longer than a 2-player, your usual 2-player, what's that top game? It just left my mind. The train game that everybody plays. Ticket to Ride. So we have, what do we have here? Kickstarter Edition, Merlin Deluxe Big Box. Okay, so are those 2 separate games, or do they work together? I don't know. If you know and you're interested, do let me know. I didn't look into this too deep. It looks nice. Congratulations on funding it. They did really, really great. With $82,000 out of $6,000. So check it out if you have people to play with. Next, ending today, ending soon, ending in 3 hours, is Freedom 5. Probably the biggest game that's ending within the next 24 hours. Freedom 5 is in its last moments. Let's see. Yesterday it was at 700,000, and I was thinking it probably won't hit 1 million. I still don't think it will. It's at 895,000. So it's almost at 900. I'll bet you it'll break that 9. Yeah, it just needs $5,000 more. So I'll bet you it'll break that $90,000 mark. So I'll be keeping an eye on that just for fun. But there you have it. It is ending. So if you want to check it out, here is your time. Or if you want to get in a late pledge access, put in those $5 and you can get in late pledge, and then you can decide. You'll have some more time, at least weeks, if not months, to decide if you want to back the game. So that's how you do it. If you're really on the fence, just put that $5 in. Either way, you'll be helping them out, and the worst case scenario, you'll lose $5, but at least you'll be getting all updates. There we go. All right, next one. And that game is, as far as players, let me see how many players it is for, and that quick info, I'm pretty sure it's for solo and up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. I can't find it quick right now, so if you're interested in a solo experience and this looks great, do check it out. I'm pretty sure it's solo, but double check it. Next, we have ending in 3 days to go, so a bit off of our... a bit longer than we're thinking. We have a few days and a few projects ending in 3 days. A few big ones. Or 3 to 5 days. I'm interested in Endless Winter. We'll look into that one maybe tomorrow or Sunday if one of those days when I make the next video, because I might skip a day as weekends are slow. And we already see what's ending, and there's nothing ending in the next, let's say, 24 hours, right? Everything's at 3 days. So I'll be exploring Endless Winter more in a day or two, as well as Feed the Kraken. But today we can take a look at Dire Alliance, since we have a lot of free time. And yeah, let's take a look at that real quick, that video. It's going. Over 100 miniatures.
Hey everyone, Adam Sadler here.
Keep in mind that's a separate pledge.
And I'm Brady Sadler, VP of Product Development for Blacklist Games. Welcome to our Kickstarter for Dire Alliance Horror. This Kickstarter is for not only a new board game, Dire Alliance Horror, but also a new line of miniatures, Horror Series 1. Dire Alliance is a new board game we co-designed with David Thompson and Trevor Benjamin, two designers we've admired for a while. This was our chance to collaborate. This has 2 ways to play. There's a battle mode, which is a competitive game, and that's what David and Trevor designed, and we helped collaborate on the solo cooperative raid mode, which is all detailed below on the page. Those of you who are familiar with our Fantasy Series 1 Kickstarter, it was very successful, and thanks for backing if you backed it. Because of the success of that Kickstarter, it opened the door for us to do new lines of miniatures in different settings. This is the first in that plan. This is Horror Series 1, and these miniatures are
these are their other projects.
Any horror or dark
Alter
fantasy
Quest
game that you like to play, or even just painting miniatures if you're a fan of painting like I am. They're great to paint. But also, these characters are specifically designed to...
It's a nice Wolfman.
Right into your Dire Alliance game. Yeah,
Not
Dire Alliance will
nice
come
miniatures of
featuring
him.
tokens for these characters, these iconic creatures and heroes, but you can swap those out with these miniatures that are specifically designed to be compatible with the game. We want to give players a choice if they want just the game, just the miniatures, or we offer both for a discounted price. Check it out, check all the details below, and hope to see you backing, but thanks for checking it out. Yep, thanks again, everybody.
There we have it. Okay, so not much in detail about how it plays, not in the video. So that's the thing I was questioning, as when you look at the board, right, there's not too much to the board. There's not that many spaces, but there are tons of miniatures or tokens if you don't get the miniatures pack. It is 1 to 4 players. So anyway, I was just wondering, how do you fit that many monsters and things and characters on that board? But it looks like yeah, it can work. I'm sure it can work. Plus anyway, you got nice options with that, obviously. So for $50 you get the base game with everything, no miniatures, I believe. I don't think they're standees either. I think they're all on tokens. I could be wrong, but that's what it looks like. So 123 tokens, so that's for all your monsters and stuff. So how do the main characters come off as? I think they're also tokens. Anyway, well, standees in the end are usually standing tokens anyway. So that's what you get, and Kickstarter exclusives that are not miniatures. Or you can spend $70 for 109 miniatures. So you don't get the game, you just get the miniatures. And that's a lot of them. You get 109. There's a lot more than it looks like. So there's going to be a lot and a lot and a lot of duplicates. The cool thing is they're all horror-based monsters, and you don't see that often. You get your goblins and skeletons often, but you don't get your, your wolfman and whatever that is. I like this female character. It's pretty unique. Tombstones, 5 butchers. Does it have them all listed? I guess it does. Let me see. Does that add up to 109? I guess it has to. Does it? Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 61. So, yeah, that's not a... So maybe they're including all the Kickstarted ones already. Yeah, I think that number is even growing daily. So let's take a look at the rest. All unlocked miniatures, so then you get all the unlocked stretch goal miniatures. But nothing for the game, I think. And the base rings. You get this blob, huge miniature. You get this large death miniature, which looks awesome. The blob one kind of looks like it's just a big piece of plastic. It's something you can craft yourself pretty easily, I'm sure, but we'll see how it'll look in the end. Maybe we'll see. Okay, so here are the rest of the minis that are just concept art so far. And they're pretty cool concept arts. Those goblins or vexers are looking cool. What else? The withered. The reapers, the scarecrow looking things. That's cool. Not enough scarecrow monster miniatures. We got a creature from the Black Lagoon type thing. And then Harper here. Looks like a female Van Helsing. And a Weeping Deaths. I'm interested to see what those trees look like. Shepherd looks like a really neat character. And Fawn and Dryad. Very cool. I like the nice mix between female and male too. It's aesthetically it works. These look a little bit lame. These sated vampires, kind of no arms, but they just look too bulky, not too interesting. Maybe they'll be altered. We'll see. So that's that. And then for $109, you get both the miniatures, all the miniatures, 109 of them, and the game, the base game. So if you're new to this, I'd suggest first getting the base game, see how it plays out, and then if you want the miniatures, you can get them, or you can get miniatures from different lines to match up with the tokens. If you just want miniatures, go ahead and get that. But if you do like the game, you're kind of aware of it, and you've researched it, then yeah, get the whole deal, $109, because you get a lot of miniatures for that, so a lot of plastic. All right, then we got these other deals with Fantasy Series, the other game, and I wonder if it's a similar game like the horror one, just fantasy, and their minis, I guess. I would like to see those minis. I guess I could click on that Kickstarter. Maybe we will, since there's some free time and, you know, nobody watches this anyway, so might as well do what I want to do, right? And those are their stretch goals. Let's look at the top of the stretch goal line, which is going downwards. They've already reached over 235,000. So they'll be getting a token or the miniature for Leprechaun miniature, and then Primacy Faction, which looks like 16 more miniatures. So whoever's backing this, I really hope you guys break that milestone of $260,000. Let's see how close you guys are. You're at 227, 3 days to go. I really hope you get it. I'll be keeping a close eye on that, just for fun's sake, because, you know, that would be really cool if you could get, for the same money you're already paying, you could get 17, what was it? Where is it at the bottom here? 16 more miniatures. That's pretty awesome. So let's hope you break that. Fighter tokens, double tokens, and then, yeah, in the game you get quite a bit of stuff too. And that's at just $255. Oh, $5,000 less. Let's hope you guys get there. I mean, the Leprechaun's cool, but come on, you gotta get that. You gotta hit that point. There's a reason why they put that there. Okay, the social graveyard. Let's see anything else of interest here. Some looks at it. Miniatures look all right. This guy looks pretty cool. Again, it's just cool to see horror, like movie horror type monsters, you know, not just general adventure monsters and all that. Let's look at the gameplay real quick. Choose your faction and leader. Play cards to activate fighters. Focus your fighters to gain cards. Damage the enemy to remove their cards. Complete the scenario objective to win. Seems simple enough and quick-paced enough, which is cool. and makes sense when you have tokens. So I'd like to check it out first in token format. Let's see how good. Yeah, I'm gonna look at it now, not on the side later, because maybe I'll. You never know. Maybe I'll back the base game and see if I like it before I upgrade it with miniatures. I mean, the miniatures are really an upgrade. They're nothing required. They take up about the same amount of space, at least two-dimensionally. Okay, so this is the previous. Ah, yes, I remember when they ran this one. 200 miniatures was their advertisement. People are going to be getting Altar Quest soon. That'll be interesting. The kind of Hero Quest styled or looking inspired game. All right, let's take a look at this one. So this was Blacklist Fantasy Series 1. Okay, yes, so now I remember. Cool minis, nothing too inspiring. I mean, there's a lot of repeats, so, that's an obvious thing that's going to happen. I mean, it's a lot of the same monster that you need. And then they backed it up with a dragon, and then they had these nice werewolves that I was keeping an eye on, but I couldn't find. I don't know if they have a physical version of it yet. So the game's not out yet, so it's not rated. We can't find out much about how people are feeling about it, so therefore, myself, I won't be funding it. Let me see. Blacklist. Which boxing? Okay. Let's see if there's any info here. What is it called? Fantasy Series. Yeah, and with Fantasy Series, I'm not even sure if I knew there's... I don't remember looking into it. If I knew there was much of a game to it, I think I saw that, but it's obvious that they're pushing the minis first and foremost. What was that? Okay, that's a giant. Female giant. We need a female giant. Come on. Match up with those Warhammer giants. Yeah, I'm not seeing much of a game in this one. So maybe this isn't even a game. Let me see real quick here. Blacklist. Yeah, so Blacklist miniatures, that's just miniatures, obviously. So you can get more miniatures, but what were they talking about here? Let me see that real quick. Since they have the horror game and you can match it up with the Fantasy Series 1 and stretch. Oh, okay, that's just stretch goals. Okay, so damn, wasted some time there. So yeah, you get the box of minis for general fantasy miniature monsters, which is cool. Okay, good job combining those. So there you go. We'll see how it does, and then we'll decide how we feel about it. And next, what's ending 2 is Endless Winter, so we'll look in depth on that later. Also, Feed the Kraken, and then we have Velocity Vanguard. Oh, it's really struggling. And Deck of Beasts. What else? And then this game, which I find looks pretty interesting. Something turned me away from it a little bit yesterday. What was it? It is 2 to 5 players. But something was there that I wasn't going with. Was it the price? Something. I forgot. We'll look into this deeper because I was really interested in this one. It really looks... I'm loving the artwork style to it and what I'm seeing here with the cards. Maybe it was just something about the gameplay. I'll see. Nonetheless, I have to figure out if I'm going to be funding Endless Winter. There's Townsfolk Tussle is ending soon too. And what else? So let's get one more. Mission the Call, Shogun, Katana. So anyway, see you tomorrow or a day after. Maybe day after that to discuss Endless Winter, as I want to go in depth on that one and finally decide if I'm going to back it or not. Do you need to play to be in Pledge Manager? Yes, you do, and that's $2. So I might be having to do that. All right, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. I just looked up the worst rated games for fun on Board Game Geek by Geek rating standards. And I think I'll make a quick video about that maybe tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, and still have no tagline, so I'll just say stay boarded.